Alright, in this video, we're going to be taking this 64-inch Pro XP and turning it into a long-traveled Pro XP with some awesome colored tree kickers. So what we're going to do is completely remove all stock suspension. We're going to take the radius rods off, take the axles out, take the trailing arms out, take the tree kickers off, take the A-arms off, the tie rods, all that good stuff. And then we're going to install all brand new ORB suspension.
Okay, so up on the lift, starting to get tires taken off. I'm going to start disassembly, but here's the parts all unwrapped. Got the trailing arms, got the A-arms, tie rod ends, radius rods, links. You do have to do new brake lines, and then we left these ones wrapped till the very end. That'll be the last thing to go on. Alright, bring you back in a few minutes. Alright, John's starting disassembly on the front. I started working on the back. These bolts out. These are bolts. Yeah, take out and then you gotta drill out all these all the way back.
Okay, Jesse's back.
Jesse's back.
Did you tell him what's going?
No.
No, okay, you just took the filming on. Alright, so I had to do some running, but we got the axles. We got the suspension components. Oh, that looks insane. That looks real good. Radius rods, brake lines, A-arms, tie rods, sway bar links, trailing arms, all of the goods going on. Tried to give this axle a couple yanks, it didn't come off, so that's probably going to be a nightmare as usual. Right?
Yep.
I got my two best women on it.
That's great.
Don says his bulkhead's got to come off because we can't get to the head of, or the nut, I guess it would be the nut side. It's like down inside the bulkhead there for some odd reason. So we got to take the bumper off, got to take the bulkhead off, remove the winch just to get to the upper A-arm bolt. That's awesome. And then this side can come off as well. We're going to be switching out these hubs for Turbo S hubs. And they are... You didn't grab those yet, did you?
What?
The hubs.
No, I didn't grab them yet.
That's a carrier bearing. These are the Turbo S hubs. Super ATV. When all else fails, you gotta get the big dog axle puller out. Ready? Alright. Do it for it.
Never get cold. It's always fun.
Front partially disassembled. Still need to take this side off. Sherry's pulling out the Turbo S hubs. We're gonna swap these over to there. Where's the old one at, Sher?
I don't know.
The old hub. Oh, here. So we're gonna go from that to this. Looks like the spline inside the hub is different. This one is smaller. Yep, Turbo S Pro XP. Alright, switching out hubs. We just did, very simple process. All you do is press these out of there, and then you put the new one on there and you press them back in. Really simple. You can see that they're like splined, so they grab. Just like a wheel stud. Press it out, press it in. Out with the old and with the new. We have radius rods going on. Beautiful looking. Unleash the Beast. Offroadbeast.com. ORB. Got those going back on. I don't know about you, Dawn, but we're going back on. I think you're still coming back out.
Yep.
Front, I must say, is a little bit harder to deal with. You got a little bit more stuff up there to do.
Oh, so much heat.
Back here, what's next, trailing arm?
I'm gonna tighten those radius sides up first.
Okay.
And then, yeah, I'll put the trailing arms on.
Alright. We have 2 trailing arms. Sway bar link. Dawn has brake lines, tie rods, and 4 A-arms.
Don't make excuses.
How's it going? You on a struggle bus? Yeah? Okay.
Sherry throwing shade.
Alright, stuff's starting to go back together. We'll get some axles put in it and then we'll be on our way. Pro XP axle removal. 101. Big slide, big muscles. It moved. It went about a half an inch. It's no longer against the diff, which is a good thing. Just need to tighten it back up, and I think we got her on the second one.
And we're back.
We're gonna see if Dawn tightened these bolts tight enough. And he didn't. We back on a temp number 3.
199.
And go.
Here I go again.
I'm not in a good spot. Oh my goodness.
Nope, it's staying in there forever.
Alright, so what we have going on is these bolts just keep slipping off. So we're going to do something so it doesn't slip. I have these that we use for our closed in axle pullers. And what we're going to do is we're going to weld this onto there. And then we're going to weld our big dog puller onto this. And that's our next step. I think we got it with that. I can tell you one thing, we're either going to get this CV joint out of the diff or we're going to bring the diff out with it. Feel good about that one weld?
I was gonna put another one on there.
Okay. Wish you could see that weld, it looks good. Can't see it on camera. Oh, there you go.
I like it.
It's moving! Woo! Okay. That's how you do that stuff.
Grease your axles.
Pull and grease your axles, please. Oh, yeah. Okay. Alright, got one lower A-arm in on this side. The back is finished up. It's got the radius rods on, it's got the axles in, the hubs are on, shocks are in, the sway bar links are done. We just have to lower it, hook up the limit straps, and then the back end will be finished. Pretty straightforward back here. In the front, what we have to do is replace the brake lines, put all the A-arms in, the tie rods and all that good stuff. So the front takes a little bit more time. Alright, front end pretty much finished. Got the ball joints tight, tie rods tight. Still needs adjusted once we let it down. Check the toe of the camber, and then we need to hook up the limit strap, and then that's good. Tie rods are done. Bumper's going back on. The back end is completely finished, done, ready to go. Just needs the limit straps. We still need to put the tree kickers on. That won't be too bad. Got to bleed the brake lines. Got the clamps on the brakes. You're falling apart, Don. The brakes are back on. Everything's ready to go. Just need to tighten up bumper bolts, bleed the brakes, put the tree kickers on, and then this one is done. He also has a Turbo R, which we're going to be replacing the steering rack on that. We'll probably catch that on another video. But for now, I think what we're going to do is finish up this front end, bleed the front brakes, set it down, switch out the tree kickers, and then we'll be back to show you what it looks like on the ground. Alright, it is the next day. Another beautiful morning here at Mud Meadow Off-Road. This morning, what we're going to do is we're going to take these old tree kickers off, put the new ones on. Got this side prepped and ready to go back on. Not the easiest things to get in and do. Can't really get up in there to get the bolt. The bolts kind of fish in from the back side of the frame. That's a pretty sweet color.
Definitely see it coming.
So now you're breaking my ratchet wrenches.
Doesn't ratchet.
I've had those tools for 14 years.
That's probably why it broke.
And you're here for 1 week and you break it.
Maybe it's time to upgrade.
Yeah. What do you want, Snap-on?
No, that's not, no.
He's almost done, but he's saying that he broke a tool, so that's why it's taking him 6 hours.
I've only been here 45 minutes.
Kickers are almost on. Almost, but seeing as how my 15-year-old ratchet wrench that's worked every day for 15 years broke.
Finally gave up.
Unbelievable. And it's a 9/16.
I tried that.
See, you don't know how to use it. Yeah, see that? So you gotta hit it again. See? You're not hitting it hard enough. Okay.
Well, it's gonna take me about an hour and a half to get this 3-inch bolt in.
Okay, well, try not to break the rest of my tools. You're gonna have to start supplying your own, I guess.
Show you something all out of my toolbox.
Just pretend like you're back in the old school days where they didn't have ratchet wrenches.
That's what I'm doing.
Alright, next up, we have the turbo getting a steering rack. This one's bad. We got a new one here, which you can only get through Polaris, and it comes with the whole unit and everything. You can't buy the rack separately. It comes with the EPS and all of it. Very expensive unit, a couple thousand. So we're gonna replace that. Should be a pretty straightforward job. Take off the tie rods, unbolt the rack, pull it out, bolt the other one in. Doesn't look like we'll have to mess with the drive line at all, so that's good. Let's see, we'll keep you posted. Woo-wee! Look at that, Emma.
You said you weren't gonna update till it was done.
Well, I have to do an update. It looks awesome. It's looking really, really good. I like it.
Thanks.
We'll check back with you here in a little bit, okay? Well, they're still working on the steering rack, and that is because to do the steering rack on a turbo R, you gotta pull the diff, and to pull the diff, you gotta take the bulkhead off, and to do the bulkhead, you gotta take the A-arms off. So we have that going for us. The way they have this.
You want the big dog? Huh? You want the big one?
Oh, I was gonna put this on the
So
inside.
the bolts that go into the rack are behind the diff, and they go straight back
Try and
through
see.
the rack into the back. So in order to get the bolts out, you have to
What
pull
bolt
the
do you
diff.
want? Which one are you on?
And that is to change the steering rack.
Take the arm off too.
And in order to pull this A-arm off, to get in there to get that, you have to take a secret compartment
If you need it, whatever's
right there to be able to get the bolt out, because the bolt comes in from the firewall.
God forbid you break a disc in the out somewhere.
And you're done.
Yeah,
done.
I would
So,
just go home.
So the bottom line is, if you break your steering rack, it's total.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Push it off the
yeah,
mountain.
steering rack is
Total.
not the greatest thing in the world to do, but we tried to get a wrench down in behind the diff to be able to do it that way, but you can't get the steering rack out because of the bolts. The bolts have to actually pull out for the steering rack to come out, and there wasn't enough room to pull the bolts out with the diff in there.
Are you filming the Dream Team?
Yeah, the dream. I got my best guys on it.
That thing's small.
It is, but it looks identical to an RS1 diff. Like
Just it's
inside.
just tinier.
Yeah, do you see the sprag? It's just a little bit smaller than the normal RS1.
Okay.
Same type of ring gear, same type of a design, same cups, just smaller. Okay, I think we're gonna call this a video here. Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate you watching. As always, you guys are awesome. If you need anything, parts, tires, wheels, repairs, cages, let us know. We'll get you hooked up. We are gearing up to go out for another trip. Not sure where we're going yet, but we are getting ready, cleaning out the old camper, making sure it looks good. And while we're finishing up this video, I'll show you around, because I know we get a lot of questions on what the inside of our camper looks like. So I figured while Sherry's cleaning it, might as well show it to you. I'll start in the back corner. We have all of our tools, basically. Tools and spare parts up here. We have a drive shaft and some flags there. An axle holder, which we don't really need anymore because we're using level 3s that pretty much won't break.
Similar to Emma.
Emma and Cooper's fold down bed. Then mine and Sherry's fold down bed. We have a heater, air conditioning unit up here. It's an all-in-one and dehumidifier. Best upgrade we've done. We have a video on that a while back. We have another electric heater that we had before we had the air conditioner. DVD player, TV. And this is where all of our clothes go. Bathroom, shower, back in this area.
AKA storage.
Little fold up cable there. We have one behind our bed too. LED lighting, metal ceiling. Kitchen area, upper cabinet, microwave, propane stove, little sink, and then our clothes racks. It's all wired 110 for like residential. dog gate, so if we want to leave our door open for the dogs, it does amazing for us. I love it. And then each hat
is the muddy machine going back in.
It's the only
Gotta clean
downfall
it,
is putting
but
dirty machines in
It's
here.
not too bad.
Yeah, home away from home. Okay, that was the quick tour. Oh, thank you to all of our channel members, our patrons, and our sponsors on the screen. You guys are awesome. We can't thank you enough. We can't say it enough. Can't stress it enough. You guys are the reason that we're in the position that we're in. So thank you. Now I'm gonna get back to editing. Dawn's gonna get back to welding, and Sherry's gonna get back to cleaning this. And then we'll see you here in the next couple days with another video.